And we welcome everyone who just watched Maryland take down Michigan. Jack Kaiser alongside former Buckeye Mitchell Pelkey here in Columbus. Ohio State 8-1, Penn State 5-3. Got a top 10 matchup. Where are your eyes going early in this one, Mitchell? What are you looking for?
My eyes are going straight to the defense on both sides. Both great units, especially on the Penn State side with Alex Ross recently. He's on a lot of people's big boards for the PLO draft coming up. And then ultimately, Ohio State's defense is what stirs the pot. What they have done, obviously Big Tasty Annette getting the start. Injury looks good. So defense, this is going to be a defensive one battle.
It certainly seems that way. Penn State on the offensive end settled in for the first time, and they score. Got the dish to Michael Ferrone, and it's Penn State taking the lead.
Penn State goal scored by number 34, Michael Ferrone.
Against the top scoring defense in the country, Penn State seems up to the challenge early.
Michael Ferrone. It's a good dish by Chase Roberts, getting the back of the net, but then Kyle Foster can't find his guy. As you see, Michael Ferrone making an elite cut, but Kyle Foster, look, he's trying to find his guy in a split second. Michael sees the opening, gets the ball right by Big Tasty's head.
Rare to see that
decision late in this start of the game, but ultimately they got Kyle Foster on Kyle Lehman, and I think that could be a potential matchup.
That's the matchup right now. Lehman dishes. Yeah, you would think conventionally against the #1 attackman, it would be Cullen Brown. Right in front of the crease, the swim going low. What a goal from Liam Matthews.
Potential Sports Center top 10, falling behind the back. Pretty sure through Big Tasty's legs. Let's take a peek. Catching inside, falling, gets tripped. Oh, wow.
Man. In that massive chaos, he goes behind the back.
That's crazy. That's Big Ten ball early and often here for Penn State.
And Penn State will back it out, get into its set. Ohio State's offense has looked a little bit clunky to start here. Penn State taking advantage. Lehman's pass tipped, ball down. Two of the best ground ball teams in the country, but Penn State comes up with it. They lead the Big Ten in ground balls this year. Near the crease, going high. All Penn State to start. John Jude Considine makes it 3-zip.
You gotta love that. Tambroni is absolutely fired up with that play. A guy that's stepping up to the podium and making it happen with a dodge and a score like that. Taking his man, knows and realizes he has the short stick, taking him to
even without Hunter Aquino, who's been out with injury.
I think that's the most surprising part. Potentially their best player hasn't played in only a fraction of their games, and ultimately another score there by Penn State.
On the tumble, it's Jack Iantuano this time. They're getting close range against Fayok.
Jack Iantuano, a Baltimore native coming out of the prestigious MIAA conference at St. Paul's. A guy I knew in high school, a guy that I knew would absolutely dominate, playing against a former high school teammate, Johnny Cool, but does it there. He sees an opportunity.
State looks fresh to start this one. Trying to go to 2-0 in the Big Ten for the first time since 2019. Foster had the slide. And the ball scooped up by John Jude Considine, who has one of the 4 goals for Penn State today. Lehman will dodge, search, dish, and knocked away. Out of bounds, staying with Penn State. Ohio State does. Wow.
Ohio State Buckeyes go.
How about that vision with an open goal?
Kyle Foster. That's the problem with 10-man rides. We've seen it time and time again, especially in a conference play. Kyle Foster's looking down the field to see who's open, who's not, which corner can we get the attackman the ball, but ultimately he sees Preston Hawkins is out of the net on that right side, and this is something they practice. You might think, oh, this is luck, this is a one-chance opportunity. They are practicing this at colleges because of just how popular the 10-man ride currently is.
Kyle Foster's first career goal. How's that to break the seal for Ohio State? Ready for it. Out of the middle, help comes. Ohio State's defense very physical. Here's a quick shot, and it's a goal. Found its way past Fayok from Liam Matthews.
That's one of the nicest possessions I've seen Penn State play in all year. Just take a peek about all the aspects of guys dodging, drawing one, and moving it to the open man. Wahlstrom knows has the opportunity to shoot it, and does on two guys. Potentially had the opportunity to throw it to Kyle Lehman down below, six it up high, and that's another one for the Nittany.
From Marinier, and a score! Liam White delivers the first offensive goal for Ohio State.
Jake Struck potentially losing it for the Buckeyes there. Himself and Khalif Hawker, potentially 2 turnovers there in the beginning, but tracks it back down, pops it to Marinier, and then obviously Liam White sticks it top shelf. Guys we'll be talking about for the rest of this game, but a sloppy start for the Buckeyes here in the offense.
King defending. Haas to Marinier. Jake Struck, the local product, has it go through the wickets and picked up by Penn State. Alex Ross, pull on the run. Alex Ross, one of the best. Alex Ross is searching, and he'll pass it off. Alex Ross pretty high up there on PLL draft boards, Mitch.
Alex Ross is potentially the #1 defender to go. Will Schaller obviously suffered an injury, and it's really going to come down to what teams won. And ultimately, are you a team that's going to pick Alex Ross, or are you a team that's going to pick Cullen Brown?
Yeah, really 2 of the best defensemen in the country on display today, and definitely going to the pro level next year. Brown in the vicinity here. Penn State's ball movement has just been so strong.
They got the ball on the rope, and like I mentioned earlier, they've been attacking the short six, and we got a goal there from Penn State.
You called it. Over the first quarter, they've been looking for that matchup, and this time it's Chase Robertson.
If you're watching deliberately, I admire Penn State with what they're doing. They are only attacking the rope unit, these short stick D middies of Ohio State. If you've seen any of their dodges, and potentially majority of their goals, they're having their offensive players dodge on Ohio State short stick D middies. An opportunity plan the whole day.
We'll see if they stick to it here. Luca DiBartolomeo with an excellent check to give it back to Penn State. Getting to the heart of the crease, right in front of it. Penn State scores again. Straight away, Penn State up by 4.
It's been all Nittany Lion lacrosse so far. Just a playmaker right here, a young buck, getting across into the thick of the defense and putting it back, big tasty. Pelkey's been mentioning, oh, shorty this, shorty that. Absolutely not here. Going against Johnny Cool, one of the best defenders, and putting the ball in the back of the net.
Robertson to the far post and scored. Lehman able to send it in. Man up chance scored again by Penn State. They're 6 for 11 on the year.
What a great look up top. That's the hard part about these man-up situations. For the Buckeye defense, you have to worry about every guy knowing you're man down. Look at Kyle Lehman, bottom left of your screen. He's on the doorstep. He's just waiting for the ball. And a defender like Kyle Foster that's supposed to be guarding him, it's tough when he has to guard 2 guys at the same time because they're man down. Kyle Lehman gets his first on the board. I don't think that will be the last time we hear that name today.
No, nothing there initially. Now he'll go. Pick from Hobbs. Got the late shovel. Controlled somehow by Lehman. Shot clock under 10 now. Waters on the attack and bounces home. What a steep angle from Mark Waters on the run.
Goal scored by number 91, Mark Waters.
Mark Waters putting in the back of the net. That is probably the worst situation Ohio State wants, right? Deep in the shot clock, using essentially a full 80, and Mark Waters puts it in the back of the net. As a left-hander, coming down, obviously Ohio State's trying to make him go to his right hand. He finds a way to come back a little Canadian style, and then right as the slide comes, he puts it, he shoots it, and he scores.
And a score for the Buckeyes, unsettled. Jake Cohen. It's a pull goal.
Jake Cohen in the all-black stick, making it happen. Transfer from Yale. Been playing a couple of different roles for the Buckeyes this year, and making it happen there is a little spark, right? You know, getting the ground ball, going through a couple of guys. As a defender, you're thinking, oh, this guy's gonna dish it off. He wants to get on the stat sheet, bang, bang off the pipe. How you doing? A fist pump. We are live here in Buckeye Nation.
First career goal for Kyle Foster and Jake Cohen today. Couple of Penn State coming back unsettled. Trying to get a little bit tricky with it. Oh, that leaked through. That got past Fayak. John King going off speed low and through the 5-hole.
A goal is a goal here in Big Ten play. You'll take anything. There's no such thing as an ugly goal.
Thought he had it, and he lifted his stick.
Thought he had it, Big Tasty. Can't let any dribble through.
Hobbs dodges into space. Slide over to help from Foster. Ball down for a moment for Robertson. And Ohio State stays put with 15 on the shot clock. Ohio State has been quicker with its slides this half, something Nick Myers pointed out. Ferrone going low, tough angle.
Ferrone making it happen for the Nittany Lions. He's been a guy that is really getting in the mix this year. A guy from New York. A guy making it happen.
He scraped the bottom of the Olentangy River with that shot. Look at this. Ferrone makes it a 6-goal lead for Penn State with 5 to go in the third. Buckeyes need some tempo. Not gotten many good looks today. Melendez. Johns Hopkins transfer slips, grabbing his leg now. And Melendez will chuck it away. An official timeout. Melendez looked very shaky behind the cage. Lehman from Iantuono. Nearly split the defense. Lehman taking all kinds of heat, and the flag's out. And it looks like Penn State's going to man up once again.
Definite hit in the head there on Kyle Lehman right there. Bang. That was an easy call for the refs. But how many ground balls does Kyle Lehman have, you think? He's up there for sure.
He absolutely is. He has got 6 now to lead Penn State and everybody out there today. Robertson lets it rip and scores. Going low on Fayak, and it is all Penn State in Ohio.
Interesting shot choice out of Chase Robertson. Northern Virginia, Utah, transfers. But just take a peek, as Big Tasty can't see where this ball is coming from. He's really using Jake Cullen as essentially a defender to block the shot. Going low, if we see it from this angle, it's hard for Big Tasty to know. And also, you have Blake Island covering Big Tasty, and he gets to it last second. But Just great opportunity, great shot from Chase Robertson. Left. You got to take chances, but stuff like this has been haunting Ohio State lacrosse all day.
Turnovers, a killer. DeBartolomeo misses. Oh, he's shaking his head. He wanted it so bad. One of the three DeBartolomeo brothers, Perry, would have been his first career goal. Got the contact, the flag, and the goal with Wallstrom. Got wrangled around the neck and still scored.
You gotta love bringing the shorty to the party. Bringing it back. Falling 5-hole game time with the flag going up. This is a great sizing up the defender, leaning your body in so you have the momentum going in front of the crease, and his stick pipe is there. He's also
Jack Oldman going right at it, and he scores. Feels like Ohio State's been looking for a goal like that all game, and finally Oldman able to deliver off the faceoff.
Jack Oldman, kid from across the border, Canada boy, making it happen. It could be a potential spark for the Buckeyes, right? They needed something coming here. Obviously, Jack just let in one, but Oldman, as a guy that's seen a ton of reps in his career, making it happen, getting one for the Buckeyes.
Out of the Toronto area, Jake Withers' disciple. There's a shot. Got a piece from Hawkins. Pops up right to the Penn State defense, and Hawkins takes control. King with a goal today. Races ahead, twirls it back to Bartolomeo. And Penn State will settle it in.
Preston Hawkins has had a great day.
He has.
For a guy like that to come back to his city and put on for his team, you know, he's probably got high school buddies, high school team, family here. Penn State traveled pretty well today,
They did, yeah.
The tailgate scene was a little surprising.
Tailgate scene, we've seen the We Are fans every couple minutes, it seems like. But Hawkins has really fueled a sensational defensive effort for Penn State. Made some great saves. Don't forget, Hawkins was pulled in the first game.
It just comes to show that he knows, and it was definitely a tight battle leading up to it.
Harassment and a shot out of bounds. Penn State the closest to it. Hawkins didn't have to work that possession.
Little mistakes like that, Garrett Haas not running out that ball and Penn State getting it. You know, the pick later, also
lost to the eventual champ Cornell in the Final Four by 2 last year. At the wraparound try from Iantuano, out of bounds, staying with Penn State, and only 1 to shoot.
If there's any team in college lacrosse that's due for a championship, it's probably Penn State.
Yeah, it feels like it, right? You know, Cornell gets their first title in forever, like 50 years last year. Why not Penn State this season? And you've seen some of the struggles from Maryland, the #1 team in the country coming in. Maybe Ohio State, they're still going to be 8-2 and have a terrific defense. Just not their day, at least so far today.
It's got to be fundamental base for the Buckeyes leading into a great week against Maryland.
Yeah, big game at Maryland Saturday, preseason #1. Rematch of the Big Ten championship game from last year. Well, Penn State will travel to Johns Hopkins, improved this season after going winless in the Big Ten last year. Penn State was sharp from the start, and Ohio State was not. Penn State jumped out 4-0. Nick Myers was concerned about how well Penn State had been starting games. Even without Hunter Aquino again, Penn State is going to move to 2-0 in the Big Ten for the first time since 2019. We've seen another ceiling for Penn State today with what they just did to the #1 defense in the country. One more shot, one more save for Preston Hawkins in his return home. Penn State takes down the 6th-ranked Buckeyes on the road.